Who are you?
I'm Kate Nash.
And you are Kate Nash from?
Harrow.
From Harrow, here in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Now, you're in Vancouver, but you didn't start your tour in Vancouver. You began your tour in Atlanta, just like the Sex Pistols began their tour of America in 1978
In Atlanta.
In Atlanta. You're following the Sex Pistols path.
Following their footsteps.
What's interesting about the Sex Pistols is, have you met them? Because I noticed that your boyfriend Ryan, his band, the Cribs, played with the Sex Pistols, so there might have been a chance that you might have met some Pistols?
I didn't meet any. I was in where was I? I was in doing a gig in Bristol that night when they were doing it. But yeah, they did do shows with them at Brixton. I know Paul Cook's daughter, actually. I'm friends with Holly Cook, because she's like friends with my manager. So, but I've never met them though. That would have been cool.
What does she play? Because don't some of the Slits have some of their daughters singing in the band?
She plays with the Slits. She plays keyboards and sings. She's really good as well. I saw them at South by Southwest this year.
How many offspring are there of some of the older punk generation you've run into?
How many? There's probably a few. But I'm not sure. I couldn't say.
You do keep up on the punk though, because you have the punk song, don't you, Kate Nash?
I do have it. Model Behaviour you're talking about?
Yeah. What's the punk song? That's new, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Is that a cover?
No, it isn't. It's mine.
It's not the male model, because you love male modeling, don't you?
Male modeling? I don't know. I'm not really. Actually, male modeling's really weird.
I think that's like a punk illusion, a male model.
Oh, but I thought you meant like male models.
No, I guess I meant the song male model, because I was thinking of like punk.
I was thinking of like Calvin Klein underwear, which I don't really like.
What type of underwear do you like? I understand that Queen Victoria had her own brand of underwear. Do you collect underwear at all, Kate Nash? Because Queen Victoria had her own underwear, and you can buy Queen Victoria's underwear.
I would like to get my hands on Queen Victoria's underwear.
What sort of underwear do you like?
Nice underwear. I don't know. I like...
Because you're wearing a nice vintage dress right now. I'm not saying you're wearing nice underwear right now. We won't investigate on that. But have you checked into vintage underwear? Have you seen it? Have you seen it?
I have seen it, but I haven't really ever bought it, because I think that's taking it a little bit too far. You know what I mean? I don't really want to wear somebody else's knickers. I'd rather wear new ones.
Kate Nash, you've taught me about punk rock, you know. What can you tell the people about the bored teenagers? The bored teenager.
Oh my God, you got this on vinyl.
Yes, this is a present for you, Kate Nash.
Is it?
What is this? What am I showing here? This is the bored teenagers.
Amazing. This is the Bored Teenagers, Volume 2. And it's got, this is really nice. Oh my God, I've met John from the Zips.
What can you explain about this compilation series? It's on Detour Records, and it's some great unknown punk bands.
It is. I basically, when I was about 16, 17, I was, this is so nice, thank you. I was doing auditions for stuff, and I was really bored. And I was doing really badly. I wasn't getting in anywhere. And I was in East London, and I went to the Spitz Market. And usually it's like kind of like trendy food and fashions and stuff. And during the week, it's just a bunch of old boys with loads of old records. And I was like, oh, I like punk music. I don't really know that much about it. I want to know some like rarer stuff. And this guy was like, oh, my brother was in a band, and he told me about all these labels, and he brought this out. And yeah, I love this. This is like one of the first kind of you know, punk CDs that I got really into. I used to listen to it on the way to work, and I'd be like, trying to get myself in a bad mood. But I love all these songs. What's
great is the bands you've picked are like The Negative, The Zips, Knife Edge.
Yeah.
You've like friended them on MySpace too, haven't you?
I actually haven't. They've like written to me and stuff. And I've made friends with John from the Zips. He came to my gig in Glasgow because he's from there.
So this compilation, was this really how you got into punk? Was this like the entrance into punk? Because I thought, Kate Nash, that this might have been the Rosetta Stone for you. The adverts.
This kind of was. This is so...
What came first, the adverts or the Detour punk comp?
The adverts came at the same time as these guys. The adverts and Bored Teenagers came at the same time. But... I guess what first came was Sex Pistols and, you know, the Clash and the Buzzcocks, actually, I think. Because I knew about the Sex Pistols, liked them. But I loved the Buzzcocks first, I think. But wow.
I just think it's totally amazing that you're into the Bored Teenagers compilation, because so many people don't appreciate the past, but for you to appreciate and put down like the Zips, the Negatives, and Knife Edge, that's incredible. That's incredible, Kate Nash.
Thanks. Well, I think this is incredible. Thank you. You're incredible.
Well, thank you very much, Kate Nash. You have a song called Skeleton Song, don't you?
Yes, I do, about Stanley.
About Stanley the Skeleton, and you have a skeleton outfit, don't you?
I've got
Skeleton top, don't you? You've been pictured in a skeleton top.
Yeah, skeleton jumper. And I did have a skeleton outfit when I was like this big. And my mum made me that big.
What I found was really amazing, Kate Nash, is in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, where you are right now, the singer Nico Case used to live here. I don't know if you're familiar with Nico Case at all.
Not.
She sings for the band The New Pornographers. She also has a solo career as well.
Okay, I know them.
Her first band, Mao, was based out of Vancouver, and they had a great song called Miss Lefevre. And guess what? Guess what Nico Case is wearing in the video, Kate Nash?
My skeleton jumper.
Skeleton jumper. Now, this is what I wanted to ask you about. Here's Nico Case with her band Mao. Now, check out, what has she done to modify her skeleton jumper there?
Has she cut it open and can I see her bra?
Yes, she's cut it out so you see the naughty bits there.
Yeah.
Have you ever done anything like that, Kate Nash? Have the naughty bits ever popped out during Kate Nash performances?
I don't know. Are you about to bring out some evidence that they have done? No. I don't think so. Maybe back in the day when I didn't have any cover on my piano, I did flash some knickers once or twice. I think so, yeah. But not on purpose, you know.
I thought that's really neat. There's Nico Case, the skeleton. The skeleton gets around.
He does.
You've educated me quite a bit about relationships, Kate Nash. Have you educated people? Do people tell you that you've educated them?
I guess they find something in it. I'm not sure if it's education. I guess, I mean, you know, it's all just learning experiences, isn't it?
Particularly, I'm pointing to the book The Game by Neil Strauss.
The Game by Neil Strauss.
I'd never heard of that book, The Game by Neil Strauss, but you had mentioned that your ex-boyfriend had been reading that book.
Oh, yes. The Game.
What can you tell me about The Game? Because it made me excited. Why do I want to read the book, The Game?
I want to read the book, The Game.
What was the deal about the book, The Game, and your ex-boyfriend?
I mean, I think some people would actually really like to read the book, The Game, but I think it's a really nasty piece of work. Read it out of interest if you want to find out how some people think. I mean, I recently read... The Game is a shitty book. It's basically like about how to manipulate women. And I found it really... you know, that really pissed me off, and yeah, that was horrible. I found another book actually which really annoyed me. It was in Urban Outfitters, and it's about this guy who's like, just books like that are rubbish. They're just, you know, why do you want to manipulate people? I think you miss out. I think I'd much rather live with my heart on my sleeve like that and get burned than like being a prick all my life.
Well, does it show the paradox of being a rock and roll star at all, Kate Nash? Like, you turned me on. You turned me on to the Bored Teenagers, the Zips, and Knife Edge, and you also turned me on to Neil Strauss. Like, I listen to everything you say, Kate Nash.
I didn't mean to turn you on to Neil Strauss.
You made me interested in knowing about the book that got you angry, so I sought it out.
You didn't you?
I haven't actually found the book yet.
Okay, well,
I wanted to bring that as a gift for you, but I couldn't find that at all. Ryan, your boyfriend's band, The Cribs, recorded in Vancouver for many months.
They did.
Now, Ryan from The Cribs has thrown stuff at people that were heckling him, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Heckling you.
Yeah, yeah.
And you've returned the favor.
Yeah.
At South by Southwest, you threw some beer at some people that weren't getting into The Cribs. Could you describe the situation?
Okay, well, basically, that was written about in a really like harsh way, and I thought it was really dumb because I just went to, you know, when you go to, you've been to gigs before, right?
Well, tonight will be my first one seeing Kate Nash.
Well, basically at gigs, you know, when people get into stuff, they chuck beer. That happens all the time. And I was really into the songs, and no one else, you know, everyone was just being like journos and being really rubbish and boring. And I was just like, yeah, and I just threw a beer. It went on some people. They wrote about it, and I was like, I don't care. I think it's like...
Stirring things up. You're getting people, because people weren't into the, people should be into The Cribs, shouldn't they?
Definitely be into the Cribs.
They should be into The Cribs jeans.
The Cribs jeans, yeah.
Can they get into The Cribs jeans? Can they buy The Cribs jeans, or are they owned by Kate Nash?
They're owned by me.
What happened there, Kate Nash? You won Ryan from The Cribs jeans. You took away the opportunity for people to buy The Cribs jeans. What happened there?
I was at the Cribsmas gigs in Leeds, and I basically it was for it was for a charity, and they were auctioning Ryan's jeans, and I was like, I'll be damned if some other hussy's gonna have Ryan's jeans, so I bought them for £200.
And you're wearing them right now.
Right now, they've molded into my legs.